I asked both coaches before the game, who are your power hitters? They had identical answers. No one. We don't hit home runs. Apparently their teams took issue with that. Coach L has one message for the Fever this week. Hold on to the ball. Hold on to your job. It's been over a decade since either the University of Washington or Washington State baseball has played at the Orchard in Yakima, and it looks like fans may have to wait a little bit longer. When I first watched Prosser basketball back in December, I thought, man, a lot of these guys look really familiar, and that's because I had just watched a handful of them take home the 2A state football title. A high school hoops doubleheader between the Kamaikan Braves and the Walla Walla Blue Devils this fine Tuesday night. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica Benson. True to the Blue quickly turned into a bad case of the Blues out at Safeco Field. Fetty has a 7-foot wingspan. So I wanted to show exactly how large that really is. A human's arms, that's like 1.5 of me total. Coach, down 17-7 at the half. The story of the first half for you guys, penalties. What are you telling your guys in the locker room to come out for clean style of play in the second? Now, Irene, these two teams have already matched up twice this season. In both instances, the Timberwolves took it in 3 sets.
Now I have 2 wins over Spokane in the last 7 days. How good does that feel?
Going after your 4th trip to state. So naturally, I've decided to challenge her to a round of putt-putt golf. Do you accept this mission?
Of course.
All right, let's do this. Southridge senior Jashawn Simon makes music at the ballpark. But it's what he creates outside the lines that makes him stand out.
Deep to left field and over the wall. A 2-run homer from the Piano Man.
He needed an art credit to graduate.
I didn't want to take ceramics.
And he'd never played piano before.
I didn't know which keys were which, and then within the first week, like 8 people dropped out.
But Simon didn't, and he found a new passion.
Every time I go to a house and there's a piano, I have to play it because I'm in love with piano.
He's impressed his friends, his teammates, and even his coach.
Swings by the house occasionally, and he'll sit down at the Kimball and start stroking the ivories a little bit, and I was kind of impressed. It's actually pretty good.
It all started with a simple goal.
Our second baseman, Ethan Sanders, knows how to play the one song where it's like da, 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 da. And I was like, I gotta be able to play the other part.
Sanders wasn't around to play, but we found a replacement. Simon will head to Yakima Valley next year to play baseball, but he says as long as there's a piano around, he'll play. At Southridge High School, Jessica Benson, SWX. You can't help but smile when there's a piano involved.
Yeah.
And he's so good, and to have just started playing blows
yeah,
my mind.
I was gonna say he's better than I am, and he's
seriously.
just
I think it took
so
me like
cool.
3 years to learn that song.
Yeah.
This is an SWX Sports Update.
Let's all party like it's 1995. That's when the Mariners adopted the slogan, "Refuse to lose." That's when the Mariners gained a new generation of fans, and now a decade later, they're back to embracing that mid-90s groove. King Felix and the M's looking for a 3-game sweep over the A's would be their first sweep of the season. Tied at 2 in the top of the 5th, Nelson Cruz. Bring back that boomstick, baby. And while you're at it, get up there, cameraman. All right, there you go. 435-foot homer, Cruz's 5th of the season. Mariners up 4-2. Bottom of the 5th, Felix can't hang. J.J. Redick grounder to the mound. Looks easy until it's not. Can't field it. Tying run scores. By the 6th, the M's were trailing by 4, but don't worry about a thing. Dae-Ho Lee going the distance. Lee's 3rd dinger of the season, but the Athletics, they still up 8-5. But Dae-Ho Lee, a.k.a. Bay-Ho Lee, a.k.a. all the home runs Lee, coming up big. His 2nd of the game. M's win 9-8, get their first series sweep of the season. For the 6th time in the last 50 years, the Prosser Mustangs can call themselves state champions.
State champs! This is what you dream about since you're a little kid. That's why you play great kids. This is why you work out in the summer at 5:30 in the morning This is why we work so hard.
All season long, the team touted a signature stingy defense, allowing just an average of 8 points per game, so it only felt right that Saturday's game all came down to this. Tumwater down 7 and on Prosser's 10, junior linebacker Colby Swift popped the ball in the air, and senior Riley Lusk was there to hold on to it.
I just saw it come up and landed in my arms, and I'll never let go of that ball in a million years. That ball's not coming out, not for that.
And by not letting go, the Mustangs refused to let go of their state title.
I can't speak. Woo! Man, honestly, this is tremendous for this program, for what you guys did. We know how much the program means to all of us, and to play it and get it done, you dream about it, you think about it. Man, it's real right now. We did it. We did it.
But perhaps the biggest signature of this team was and always will be the tradition that is Prosser football.
I was watching guys play when I was a young kid on the sideline. I just remember saying I wanted to be like them, winning the state champ, and that's what we did.
It's about the tradition. They make sure we don't disrespect it, and I don't think we disrespected it today.
Prosser, Washington rests about 200 miles east of the Tacoma Dome, but that didn't stop a sea of red from filling the stands.
I mean, we have a town of about 6,000, maybe. But, it's over 5, and for us to fill this dome like we do, we know we're playing for more than just ourselves, and we're happy to represent the red bonnet with the Mustang on it anytime that we can.
I'm the proud mom.
A community so supportive of the Mustangs of the past, future, and present. And for this year's team, they'll always have a family in Prosser football.
This team is my family, my brothers. I could go through anything in my life, and I'll always remember this. I can look back and always smile at this moment. So.
And they'll always be Mustangs. We know that.
Everything the light touches is Coach Mike Neidhold's kingdom. Bombers hosting Walla Walla, and like any good host, putting their best foot forward. Already up 14-6 in the second, Lakota Wills marches it in to make it a 17-point lead at the half, and the Bombers just getting started for the night. They're the best defense in the MCC, and Blue Devils QB Mitch Lesmeister can tell you all about that. Ryan Piper says, "Thank you very much, I'll take that," and the Bombers win tonight 31-19. Meanwhile, that sunset, though, fire in the sky for undefeated Liberty Christian. Like many before them, Pomeroy determined to shut down the legend of John Lesser. High bobbled snap, maybe? Nah, just playing. He's off to the races. 98 yards, just another day for the Patriots senior QB. Liberty Christian remains unbeaten, 84-26. The Bombers had a season-high 98 points against the Falcons their last to go. Started off straight fire tonight. Freshman Cole Northrup, bang. All 5 starters had scored within the first 3.5 minutes of the game. Falcons, though, with some real bright spots tonight, like that guy, Jacob Sivonen, working his magic inside. But Bombers had the Falcons looking like this. Up 27 at the half. How about Stephen Bayo? End of the third quarter. Bank on the buzzer beater 3. He had a game-high 30 points, and his partner in crime, Landon Radliff, alley-oop. Here's the kicker. Every single member of the Richland roster had scored tonight except one, with 98 points on the board and the ball in the Falcons' hands. 100 looked to not be, but Ryan Wagger, the final guy to get points tonight, says no, that is right. All 12 guys on the roster scored. There is no I in team, and the Bombers, the first MCC team to make it to 100 this year. Over in Run-Kano territory, another MCC Big 9 battle between Kamaikan and West Valley. Kamaikan holding a solid lead in the second. Tanner Hill gets it in the corner, controls the baseline. He's going bank on this one. Braves double up on the Rams, 30-15. But West Valley answers. Aaron Cotto with the backdoor bouncer to David Lindgren, and one. But here's my daily reminder that I am just an incredibly short human being. Hayden Nelson, in his 6'7" glory, handles the easy under the basket go. Kamaikan wins big 71-41. The Ams were shut out 5-0 when the teams played just a week ago. Different story. First period, Parker Wotherspoon with the shot from deep, but it's deflected away, and Parker a coin there for the putback and the score, his 3rd of the year. Ams up 1-0. Second period, same score. Dylan Coughlin gets the puck behind the circle. His shot from deep sneaks into the net. Tri-City extends their lead to 2-0, and they weren't done yet. Ams on the 2-on-1 breakaway. Yuso Valimaki gets the pass, puts it just inside the post for the goal. Ams hold on. We are live from Kamaikan High School for a high school hoops doubleheader. Wellsant comes down with it, pushes it down to trap it on the left side. And some nice chemistry between Wellsant and Trappett. They both came back from ACL injuries this year, really formed a strong bond. They were both transfers. Trappett moved from Alabama. Wellsant came over from Kamaikan last year, and through their rebuilding process, through their injuries really became tight friends, and you see that translate over onto the court. It's NWAC volleyball here on SWX. We're live at Spokane Falls Community College, where the Sasquatch are getting ready to take on the defending conference champs, the Blue Mountain Timberwolves. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica Benson alongside Irene Matlock. Now, Irene, these two teams have already matched up twice this season. In both instances, the Timberwolves took it in 3 sets, and I think what we're seeing is once again another very balanced Timberwolves team this year. Say it's a game of science. It's also a matter of chemistry.
Correct.
Coming in when you have two players really finding the rhythm between the two of them can really change up the offense, and something I know the Sasquatch are hoping Gentile brings to the table. Buckner. Hobart will keep the serve. Ball in the air. Alembres to Schmeltz. And the kill. Byerly sets up Perez. Gentile. And she'll do it again.
Wow, I'm impressed.